All right. By popular demand, I'm on the new camera. Some of these new guys, they can't handle the camera moving all around. Oh, it's making me sick, you know. Uh, it is what it is. Don't get used to me using the new camera with the stabilization and the anti-vibration and all that. This thing costs too much money to be out here in this shop getting busted up. The only reason I brought it up and I'm doing it now is because I'm done. Did get the hands dirty. Hands are good and dirty. It doesn't look any different than it did yesterday, but we've got a few things going on here. We got our brake line all tied down. Big thing is we turned all these nuts and bolts, turned all the hardware upside down and put the nuts on the bottom. They're not hanging down too low, but funny thing is at the racetrack, especially at Grattan, I had always been, garage number one was always my garage on a race weekend. And we'd run our cord out to our trailer because, you know, we have the RV fridge in there and the charging system and the AC and all that stuff. And so the power's in the garage. And since it become popular to drive your cart now everywhere through the paddock, like an SCCA event, when they run them over, especially with these things, these bolts sticking down, catch the cord, and next thing you know, they're ripping and tearing my cord all up. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'll probably enjoy destroying somebody else's expensive extension cords here and there. But that is standard for these carts. I mean, they run the hardware down. If there's a long bolt, they don't care. They just let them drag. Out looking at the track before on track days and stuff, eyeballing what's going on, looking at the bumps or whatever, where the sealer at Grattan is breaking up, you'll see a bunch of straight line scrapes from these nuts and bolts hanging down these go-karts all over the high spots on the racetrack. So I decided to hell with it. Instead of risking my $60 tank with $25, $30 worth of shipping, $100 gas tank. No, man, heck no. I'm not going to ruin that's right, Bob. I'm not going to ruin my fancy racing shoes, my dancing shoes on these nuts and bolts down here. So I turned everything over. I had this heel stop deal was up in the kitty cart box up there. I could have sworn I remembered one being up there. So I went around and looked, sure as anything, bing, bang, boom. So we got that installed. The way it mounted up didn't work with this particular bit here. So we just used nuts on the bottom instead of the retainer that came with it. We put our torsion bar on and our clamps on. All this stuff is tight, but nothing's tuned in yet. So we're making some progress. We got a list of hardware we're going to need. A few more of these flathead Allens, right? Beveled Allens. What we're doing is we're taking where are they at? Now, here they are. The skid plates, right? See how it's beveled? Well, how did you get a socket in there to tighten the nut down if you turn those around? It won't go in there, right? It won't fit. Well, what we did is we took it over here to the old drill press and we got us out. I think that's a 5/8 drill bit. Actually, maybe it's a little smaller. But we just opened the counter bore so we can get a socket on the nut. And that's what we did. I'll take you right on down in there and you can check it out. Yep. You see, we're able to get right in there. So we need 6 more bolts so we can do, well, actually, we only really need 4. But we'll probably use that third skid plate somewhere. May as well get it drilled out so in case we need to put it on at the track or something, we have it. That's it for today. I'm going to go in and prep some food. It's Wednesday, so we got church. At the beginning of the week, the wife took a bunch of food out to defrost. Like, I want this for dinner and this for dinner and this for dinner and this for dinner. Because, you know, otherwise I'll stay out here until she pulls up in the driveway and she'll say, man, did you take something out for dinner? And then she wants to eat cereal and stuff because she's mad at me because I didn't take anything out. So plenty of stuff in there. I'm going to go up. I think we're going to do chicken Brussels sprouts tonight. Got chicken marinating in there. We'll go ahead and make some Brussels sprouts and do them in the Air fryer, man, the air fryer thing is just fantastic. Couldn't get along without the old air fryer. So that's it for the 31st, last day of July. We got all this. We shortened up the rod. We did some threading. We got the pedals all functioning the way we think they're going to need to go. Until we get a seat in it, and we really don't know. I went back and looked at some of the videos of me climbing in and out of Joe Wallace's cart with the camera on my head and freeze the film and kind of looked at what was there and what was going on. His nose was out quite a bit further, but we don't have any problem. It isn't gonna have to go any further than that to run the throttle all the way open. And this is what we got. The rod is up high, so it's not going to travel very far. And again, I don't remember using a heck of a lot of brakes in these carts. So we'll see. It'll all be a matter of just making myself comfortable, getting it running, make sure it does laps, it's not overheating, everything. It shifts up, it shifts down, the brakes are working. And then it's just fine-tuning things to make myself comfortable. So, yeah, feeling good about ourselves today. We're working our way closer and closer. A bunch of these little 5-minute jobs attached to the big, dumping the big stuff on are finished. You see the motor sitting there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some work to do, though. We got out the pipe that we got from Joe Barth. It's a KZ10 TM pipe, and that cylinder is more straight up and down, if not backwards, and the pipe actually sits way up in the air. So we're going to have to, it already needed to be repaired anyway. I may just end up taking, this is the VL125. This is the very first homologation of Vortex ICC. That's right, not KZ, ICC. And I still have the pipe for that. It's cut for the Enduro cart, but cutting it, rotating the cones, and I think it'd probably be better off going that way. Joe's pipe is really rusty, gnarly rusty on the scaly, thick, nasty rust on the inside. And I don't really want to run it like that without cleaning it. And to clean it, you'd literally have to cut it in half and open it up. So there you go. Last day of July. It's a little sticky and humid today, but we're making progress, so we're super excited. Got a plan for our nerfs. We're going to use these little bolts here, these little number 10 bolts here, to go. We'll drill through the nerf and through the extender. You see in the old spring hole here, that's the extender in there. They were pretty long. So what we'll do is we'll drill through and just bolt them on. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to probably get 1/4 inch or maybe 5/16 clevis pins down at the hardware. It's a pin with a mushroomed end with holes in it, and then we'll put hairpin clips, right? So it'll still be quick to get on and off. Won't have to deal with any springs vibrating and breaking. Little washer, hairpin clip, bing, bang, boom. They'll come on and off real nice. And we solved our problem of springs and having to do any more welding or anything or fabricating anything. So that's it. I got the list. I'm going to run down to the hardware and pick up some stuff, and then it's in the house. Got to get cleaned up. Chicken and Brussels sprouts for dinner, man. Hang in there, y'all. Get to church tonight. Breaks my week right up. I mean, it makes these weeks just go by super quick when you don't got to wait for Sunday to get right with Jesus and get your head on